Hi guys, it's Kaz here, and today I am announcing the Magic the Gathering Readathon. So this Readathon was the brainchild of Steph over at Coffee Over Apples, who does a Magic the Gathering TBR, and then asked me to come and help her create a readathon for everyone. And we also have Max over at Max Reads as well, and all the info will be linked in the description. But we've come up with all these wonderful prompts for a readathon based on Magic the Gathering, which is a card game, but also you definitely don't have to have ever played it or know anything about it to join in, so join in. This readathon will be taking place across the whole of August. The readathon will be taking place across September. I am very silly, I said August potentially more than one time in this video. I meant September. September readathon. Yes, it is August right now. And the aim of the game is to create a deck. So I will be going through these cards, but it's a card game, you create a deck, and to do this you fulfill prompts that gain you cards. So in the description, along with the other hosts, there will be Google Doc and information stuff so you can have a proper look at this. But I'm going to go through the prompts quickly here, and then at the end of this video I'm going to go through a few sort of examples just to make sure you 100% know what's going on. It's not that hard to understand, but I will help you out more anyway. So, first of all, in this game, you need land to be able to bring out everything else. If you played anything else like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, you need land, energy, some sort of thing that helps you get the cards out. So each of these lands are a colour and also a certain genre, so I'm going to go through those right now. So, plains are white, and these are contemporary or non-fiction books. Mountains are red, and that's romance and action. Swamps are black, so that's horror or thriller. Forests are green, so that's fantasy and historical fiction. And islands are blue, and that's sci-fi or literary fiction. So when you're creating your deck, you want to be going for certain colours which relate to certain genres. The good thing about this game is you don't have to just pick one. Some decks have 2 colours, some decks have 3, so go wild, don't feel like you're constricted. So as an example, I'll throw it in here. If you are doing a red and white deck, for example, that means that you've got books with white on the cover, books with red on the cover, and then you've got the genres, so you've got your non-fiction, contemporary, or your romance action. So say for example you wanted to read Vicious for one of the prompts, you get a card for white, a card for red, that's 2 land cards, but you would not get a land card for the genre because this is sci-fi, so it doesn't fit into any of those 4 genres. So on the Google Docs there is a space for colourless as well, so if either your genre doesn't fit your colours or your colours don't fit your genre, you're going to mark that as colourless, and we don't want the colourless to win. So basically if more books are marked as colourless than an actual colour, we all lose. If you were doing a 3 colour deck and your 3 colours were red, white and black, you would get a land for the red, for the black, for the white, but again you would have to give colourless for the genre because the genre of fantasy is green. Hopefully that makes sense. So next we go on to the prompts. So there are a bunch of different prompts, they're super easy, and you link this with your colours and your genres to make up a deck. So all of these prompts are a different sort of card that you can play in Magic, and these ones you can only do 1 prompt per book because they count as individual different cards. But they're super simple, so you'll definitely be able to get them all. So first of all we have artifact cards. These count as 1 card, and this is set or published in the past. We talked about it and we figure just anything from last year or previous published, and then set also last year or previous. Simple. Sorcery, this also counts for 1 card, and that is backlog or backlist book. Like I mentioned, prompts are super simple. Any book that's been on your TBR for ages that's backlogged, get it read, and then that will go for this one. Next up we have enchantment, which counts for 1 card, and that is a book in a series. So again, really easy to be able to fit for the prompt. Any book in a series counts. Next up we have creature, which counts for 1 card, and that is nature or animal elements. This could be in the book, in the story, on the cover, because obviously you're more likely to find animal in certain genres or something, but there's probably romance books out there that's got like a cat on the cover, so that also counts, so you can fit it with all the different genres, hopefully. Next up we have instant, which counts for 1 card, and that is recent release or recently acquired. So again, we're saying recently released being 2023 books, and recently acquired whatever you've hauled the most recently. Next up we have Saga, which counts for 1 card, and that is short stories, manga or comic. Anything short or small in little volumes or a bind up of those will count. So if you've got 1 short story or a short story collection, you could read that for Saga. Again, with comics and manga as well. Next up we have Planeswalker, and because these kind of count as an extra player, so these guys help on your team but can also take damage along with you and stuff. So these count for 2 cards because they're badass. And this one is Buddy Read because they count as your 2nd player. And then last but not least, as a bonus, if you complete all of those, you can do them multiple times. You can do all of them, you can do some of them, but if you do all of them, you can go with a bonus one, and that is Commander, which counts for 3 cards, and that's a 5-star prediction. So like I said, there's a lot of different combinations you can do. For example, my sister has a magic deck that has no creatures in it whatsoever, so you don't need to do a creature card. Or if you don't want to do the Commander, for example, I don't play Commander decks, so I'm not going to get a Commander in my deck because I'm going to like make it as one of my own decks. Then you don't have to, you can just do a combination. You can do as many as you want, as little as you want, and then all of the cards add up and that's your deck. So I did show a few examples earlier, but I'm going to throw another one out here. There's going to be something that I've decided is going to be on my TBR, so a little bit of a sneak peek. So one of my favourite decks is a white and green deck. Basically I get loads of life off it, and there's big creatures in there that pummels everybody else, and it's really fun because I get to kill them, and then by the end of it I've got more life than I started with. It's a fun time. So I'm going to be going with green and white cards. So an example, one of the things that I've decided to read is Deadpool Volume 9 Institutionalized. So because I am going with a white and green deck, I will get 1 card for white on the cover, 1 card for green on the cover, 1 card for the genre because the green genre is fantasy and this is fantasy, and then 1 card for the Saga prompt. 4 cards, 1 comic, win. So yeah, hopefully I've let you know all of the information you need. There are some links in the description. We have a Discord, we have the Google Documents thing that you can put all your prompts in, and obviously the prompts themselves, we have some little graphics made up, so you can find them as well in the description below. Let me know down below if you are going to be participating in this readathon. It's a really easy readathon to double up with if you've got any other ones on, because I know readathons exist a lot nowadays. There's always multiple ones in the month, but I really hope that you decide to join us in our one as well, even if you are doing something else. Let me know down below which colours that you're thinking of doing, which ones are that. I'm definitely going with green and white. And yeah, hopefully I will see you all reading loads of fun books and talk to you in Discord and all that jazz. So yeah. Hi. Subscribe if you want, like if you want. Obviously go and check out my co-host if you want, which you definitely should do. And I will see you again in a few days with another video.